And so those that have had the experience, I won't say pleasure, but the experience of going through litigation and having a deposition or having your emails on display. Lawyer Ashley, very early in my legal career as an employment lawyer, would see things come in discovery and the way people talk to each other at work. And frequently a manager, including in situations when someone has that bad news. And so I've seen exchanges that will say, like, I have, someone revealing or really disclosing a medical condition or talking about a loss. In the response from the manager, I've seen things that will say, like, please don't feel compelled to share such details to me. Or they'll say, I'll CC and HR, will have them handle the details. And when you talk to the managers, because then all of a sudden this is turning into a very expensive conversation because lawyer Ashley is coming with, which now, first year lawyers at big law firms are paid $225,000 an hour. So that has to come from somewhere. So now you're paying a lot of money for people to talk about why you may have said this in an email and what you meant. And frequently out here, managers will say, I didn't mean for them to like feel like they needed to discuss that. I was trying to be nice, or I didn't know what to say. I felt like that was HR. That's HR's responsibility. And so managers rarely stop and think about the other end of that conversation. And they think about, well, this is my job. Maybe you're a manager and you've been told to involve HR in conversations and not have that, and you're afraid of messing things up. Maybe you're charged with hitting these numbers and this person being out for whatever reason, including their own or sickness or a loss. You're just, you're trying to get through your day and respond to them quickly, or you're trying to be nice and not have them discuss it. But when you say things like that, the way things look on paper, those can have real business outcomes where all of a sudden you are involved in a very costly either litigation, or you have an employee that looks at this and shares it on social media, puts it on Glassdoor. Like, this was my manager's response. And so I say from the business outcomes, everything from litigation to retention and engagement can be driven by how managers act in those awful moments. So giving people the tools and that training, and like, this is how you talk to people. And it's what seems very common sense, to your point, just isn't one. And a lot of us can think about a million things that happen at work that are not common sense. But this aspect of providing people with ideas on what to say often doesn't happen.